Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NETE. We will take a look at the 15-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 15-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here, which normally represent 1 day's worth of price action, each one represents 15 minutes worth. So while this here may look like a couple weeks worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 15-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Crazy day, not only from a price action perspective, but you look down here at the volume, and by far the biggest volume it's had. But it was almost like kind of two separate days. What do I mean by that? Well, you had the morning session, and that thing, had some good solid volume. And then things totally just went to nap. Everybody forgot about it all day long, forgot about it. And then things started to wake back up here. And I can't remember the exact time, but I definitely didn't hit the bottom. But I alerted it somewhat early on in this move here as things started to wake back up. And I mean, alert that in the chat room that I have. But point being, then all of a sudden it was like a whole nother day started. And you can see this later quote unquote day was just an absolute monster. And the price really came to life. So a lot of eyeballs are now right back on this one. And, this is where I want to map out some levels of support, and then we'll talk some areas of resistance. So the first level of support is essentially just this breakout point right here at $9. And if you're somebody that likes to play the pullbacks, $9 is a pretty interesting area. I will be watching that one tomorrow. So we'll see if the price can actually pull all the way back down there. Who knows if it actually will. But that's definitely going to be a key level of support, again, just based on the foundational rule in charting that states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, they tend to act as support. And actually, now that I look a little closer, that has already played out there. You can see when it broke above it, right there is a little miniature back test of it. And obviously, it held very nicely as the price continued on up through there. So $9 is going to be that initial area of support to keep an eye on. In the event the price cannot hold above $9, next key level of support to keep an eye on right there at the 810 mark. And then from more of a bigger picture perspective, keep an eye on the purple line right there. That's the 50-period simple moving average, meaning as time goes by, that purple line is going to move itself higher and higher. So that's more of the trend indicator and just the overall trend support, down there at that level. I realize it's super far below where the price is, but again, keyword there, moving, so it will move as time goes by. As far as levels of resistance are concerned, I'm not even going to touch on that because as it stands right now, as long as the bulls start building higher bases as time unfolds, then everything else is going to take care of itself. I mean, when you stop and think about it from a literal perspective, if a chart is putting in higher lows and higher lows, then the chart literally runs out of room and the price must go to a higher spot on the chart, aka break levels of resistance. So focus on building higher bases, and we'll see how far this one goes. But yeah, this one's going to be interesting. There'll be a lot of eyeballs on it tomorrow to close out the week. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.